I'm just gonna be real with you. It's been a tough year for me. I announced that I got divorced just last year, and then I moved into this home. That was in about April of last year. And while the emotional toll a divorce and a move takes on you is huge, it is just as big, if not bigger, for the kid that's going through it, because they're now dealing with two new homes. They're saying goodbye to their old life. They're having to divide their stuff between two homes, and they're little people. These are big things, that happen to them. They're not always prepared for that. They have a lot to process as a child. And I wanted to make my daughter's room at my house feel cozy and inviting and really like a home, a special space for her. If this is your first time here and you've just stumbled upon this channel, welcome to Clean My Space. It's your one-stop shop for everything cleaning, etc. And if you've ever been through anything like that, whether it's a move, a family change, or just a season of life that completely shuffles everything, you know that the most important stuff happens, and then all of those to-do list items just get deprioritized as life takes over and the transition comes to an end. So her room, once I unpacked it and set everything up, keeping it organized has been very low priority because there's been so much else that's been going on, and her adjusting has been of the utmost importance to me. So I haven't really been riding her to, keep her room totally clean. And here's the thing, she's currently at overnight camp, and I knew this time would come after I packed her up and made a huge mess in that space anyway. But I knew that while she was away, that would be my time, my moment to get her room clean. And not just clean it, but actually reset it and give her something really beautiful to come home to. This is gonna be a big deal for her. Okay, so let me show you these spaces. Come on. All right, so here's what we're working with. Now, this is not a disaster zone, and I'm not showing you this to embarrass my daughter. I'm showing you this because this is real life, and I think a lot of us are dealing with some version of what exists behind these closed doors right now. Also, Riley has a playroom and a bedroom, and in her bedroom, of course, there's a bed and a closet for her clothes, and the second room is where she does acro, crafts, and homework, and reading, and play. And this is where the majority of the mess happens in this house. All right, let's have a look in the bedroom now, and I will show you what we're dealing with. Now, my best friend has a daughter who's a couple years older than Riley, so I get all her hand-me-downs. And yes, this just landed on the bed while Riley was at camp, so Riley and I will sort through it. So I'm gonna do some of that pre-sorting today. Her nightstand is just covered with a bunch of randomness. I can't even speak to it. It is just random stuff. And with kids, like, you might think it's so random, but then they'll say, oh, this one thing is like the most important treasure to me. So precious. I think that's the anxiety that a lot of parents deal with, right? And I've tried to sort of decorate it and spiff it up over time. You can see Melissa Maker Handy Woman Services should clearly never be a business. But then over here, I've got kind of books and stuffies that I need to sort through, just piles of that. And then, yeah, it just comes down to tidying up her bed. Now, her closet is actually in pretty good shape because while I was packing her for camp, I went through and I organized her closet. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Anyway, now you can kind of see the work that I have ahead of me. And like I said, I'm gonna walk you through the entire process and how I do it. I'm gonna follow the Clean My Space 3-wave system, which is declutter and organize, clean and disinfect, and then floors. And if you wanna learn more about the 3-wave system, I will put links for you down below. It is a system that I came up with almost 20 years ago. Millions of people here on YouTube have learned about the 3-wave system. If you wanna be one of them and cut your cleaning time, I've got a link down below to check it out. All right, we're gonna start with wave number 1, and that is going to be decluttering or tidying and organizing. And the rule that I use for this is called Ohio, which stands for only handle it once. If I touch something after I put it on the bed, I'm figuring out exactly what to do with it right then and there. I'm not going back, touching it 4 times, maybe pile thinking about it. No, you gotta just deal with it right then and right there. Now I'm gonna have a keep pile, a donate or get rid of pile, and then a pile for stuff that just doesn't belong in here and has to go somewhere else. So that is gonna be the mentality and the method that I'm using for when I'm sorting all of this stuff. And you'll see I'm gonna work my way around the room. I'm gonna centralize everything on the bed, and then I'm gonna get to work sorting. So this is the stuff that I'm gonna be keeping and reorganizing because I know it's important to my daughter. The stuff right here in this pile is going into a bag. It is either gonna be donated or thrown in the garbage. and that is something that she and I will sort through when she gets home. You probably also saw me throw some of her stuffies back in here while I was going through her bed. That's because I just know the ones that she likes and know the ones that she's kind of over. So I place them back here in her little stuffy bin. Over here, I have all of her books sort of organized and sorted. They'll be going into her other room. And then I have clothes that came from hand-me-downs that have to go into a bag in my basement because these are all size 10 to 12. What I'm going to do with my ceiling is just sweep around the light fixtures. Okay, let's just talk about the windows for a sec.
Okay, let's go.
So the windowsills here just seem to be a little bit dusty more than anything else. But what happens is, especially these ones where the windows open, you're gonna see a lot of dirt and dust and debris build up. You will also see moisture coming in if your windows don't have a good seal on them. That can then lead to mold and mildew building up. In which case, if you notice that you have black and kind of brown dots building up around this area, you wanna clean it. I'm gonna show you how to do that in a sec, but then you wanna treat it with a product like this on Chromium. I've got a link for this down below. And this is gonna help to kill and prevent mold. And I think that's a really important thing to do in the bedroom. So I just wanted to flag that. I don't see any of it here, but I wanted to show you just in case you're dealing with that at home. All right, we're on wave 3, and now I'm gonna handle the floors in this room. Now, if there were a garbage can in here, I would remove that, empty it, and replace it. That's part of wave 3. Then we're gonna do the floors. You always start with vacuuming. You wanna do baseboards and vacuuming, whether you are using a dry mop to clean your baseboards, or if you're gonna be vacuuming them with a small brush or a crevice attachment. You want to start there. Then you want to do your vacuuming. I recommend using the W pattern, which is something I talk about often here on Clean My Space. And if you have hard floor surfaces, at that point after you've done your vacuuming, then you will do your mopping. That is the final job. All right, the bedroom's done. Now we're in the playroom and it is a mess. I am feeling overwhelmed. Like, if I am just checking in with myself and being honest, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I have been avoiding this room the entire school year. So here we are. And just to give you some status quo, let you know where we're at, I have found chewed gum on the floor.
Okay.
So that is what I'm currently working with. Again, despite the fact that I'm feeling really overwhelmed, I'm gonna stick with the system, 3 waves, work my way around the room, declutter. I'm gonna put everything in the center of the room, start sorting, and go from there. This is the bag that I gave her to declutter her room. I think I've reached a point here where I'm going to acknowledge that there's a lot of stuff, and I'm not going to put the stuff on the table on the floor just yet. I'm going to sort through the stuff here first. Then I'm going to process what's going on the table, because this is where the majority of the clutter is. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull through all of these items, and I'm going to put the garbage in the garbage bag. Obviously, they're going to be items that I'm not sure if Riley wants to keep. I'm going to put them in this bag or in a pile over here if this bag overfills. There's going to be stuff that I absolutely want to get rid of.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
I'm gonna put that in a donation pile, and then I'm gonna sort of put anything else that I want to keep somewhere else so that I kind of have 4 piles going, if that makes sense. All right, let's do this. All right, so I got through whatever was in the closet, and you can see I have a thriving garbage bag, and then I have a couple of other piles. This is stuff I'm gonna give to my niece. This is stuff I'm gonna review with Riley. This is stuff that absolutely has to go back. I've got some stuff I need to pack away in her school time, and then I'm putting kind of like all her Barbie and toy stuff over there, craft card items over here, and items that have to either go in her room or in the donation bin are going over there. Now, the books over here, I am going to be relocating. She has a shelf in her bedroom. I think I'm gonna put those there for now. I might play around with that, but that's what I'm thinking. And to clear up space and make space for round 2, what we have on the table, I think I'm just gonna do a quick pass to sort of put some of this stuff away to make way for the second round. I'll spray down this glass table and then I'm gonna spray down all the shelves inside the cupboard. I'm gonna give everything a wipe, then I'm gonna reorganize and replace. You know, when you go through a tough year, a real one, there's a lot outside of your control. Feelings, the transitions, the things that you just can't fix. But this was within my control. This is something that I could fix. She comes home in a few days and she's gonna walk through that door and this is what she's gonna see. And I hope it feels like I thought about her because I did. So if you're cleaning rooms like these and you're feeling overwhelmed, this is what I wanna leave you with. Don't just clean for clean's sake. Think about who that room is for and what they need and what would make them feel at home or feel calm or feel like someone took care of them. And this is where I find the silver lining in cleaning, because even though I'm an accidental cleaning expert that hates to clean, I definitely know that cleaning has huge benefits. By the way, most of the products that I used, I've linked them in the description for you, including the microfiber cloths that you saw me clean with. They're by Makers Clean, which is my company. We also have the mop that I was using to do the high dusting. So if you're interested in learning about that, you can check it out down below. And that brings me to this week's comment question, which is, have you ever done a surprise clean for someone that you love, a partner, a parent, a kid? Tell me about it in the comments below. I want to hear all about it. If you're in the mood to see more room transformations, I've got another one for you linked right over here. And if you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.